Boom, boom, boom. It's podcast time.
Christopher, I need to first say thank you for the Perrier mixed with lavender.
Yeah. Yeah, that is that was the most white thing that I've ever done in my life.
That's not true.
I
Okay.
take it. I don't think we've ever had a cut so soon where our intro played so fast. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm blushing
wow.
after that one.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, your son listens to this. That's the first. That's an intro to the podcast right there.
Man, it's okay. He knows who his dad is for sure. Okay. So before we get into the nonsense that I have, man, how do you feel about your kids growing up?
How do I feel about it? I don't
Yeah.
like it. It's not enjoyable. I have an older daughter who's going to be 12 this year, and then so on down the line. So yeah, it's hard. It's difficult, but we make it happen, man.
Yeah, my 15-year-old. You're years away from that, but it's right around the corner.
Oh yeah, she reminds me all the time.
Yeah, she went to prom
Yeah.
on
Oh,
Saturday,
yeah.
and not only did she go to prom, she went to prom with her childhood friend. They've known
fun.
each other since they were like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and I was just emotional. I was like, why am I so bummed out right now? After I got home, and one, it was because when we dropped her off, she was so into like the night and her friends, she didn't say bye to us, which kind of hurts a little bit. When you're like, there was a time when you like
you couldn't not say
yeah,
goodbye.
I wiped your butt, and so Skyly doesn't watch this, but if by chance you do, Dad's heart hurt a little bit Saturday.
It's because you wiped your butt.
And so anyways, I was sitting at home and just looking at all the photos that everybody were taking, and I was just
trip down memory lane.
Yeah, well, and the photos of the night as well.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was just like looking at this woman. I'm looking at a woman in front of me, and yeah, man. So I just thought I'd bring that up because it's a sad reality, and I'm thinking like I got to do this 3 more times.
Yeah.
Like I have 3 other kids that are gonna go do this to me, and it's hard, man.
Yeah. 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 I've only been on the other end of that to this point, to where, I left and I was like, peace.
Yeah.
I'm out of here,
Yeah.
and I'm going with my friends and I'm going to hang out. So my parents, I was barely home to begin with. Once I got a driver's license,
Right.
I was out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was difficult. I know that my mom really showed her emotion for me when I went off to college, and they were getting us set up in our apartment, and she just she lost it big time. I mean, just sobbing, and we had to like shove her out the door. She wouldn't want to leave, and it wasn't like I was like being mean or rude, but it was like all right, you got to go home. Drive safely, please.
Yeah. Also, Mom,
but
bye.
yeah, no, but also, we already got a party planned for tonight.
You're killing the vibe, Mom.
No. But yeah, and so I get it. I totally understand, even being on the other side. But yeah, that's not. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I guess if that's also what we're asking ourselves.
I mean, literally,
that's not going to be enjoyable.
I text my friend who has a 2-year-old. He only has one. And a 2-year-old little girl, and I said, bro, I know that this is the corniest thing, but I'm not even telling you. I'm not even lying to you. I remember when my 15-year-old was 2. It just seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, please do whatever you can to take every moment, because now she's So.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a comedy podcast, so there you go. This is how we're gonna do it, guys. We're changing lanes, guys. We're changing lanes.
Sad Dad podcast.
Let's talk about God now, guys.
Well, we do have a couple God topics today.
All right.
Before we get to that, though,
My buddy's gonna be excited.
I sent you a photo about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And give me your. I have what you said, so don't repeat that.
Okay.
So give me your initial thoughts, and since you've had time to, and we'll show the photo here in a second. But give me your initial kind of like.
When I got that
thoughts.
photo?
Yeah. Like what you've now had time to chew on it and kind of like process.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I guess now no, I legit thought you were asking me like a medical question. So I, in all fairness, made a joke and was like, whatever, like this is what I think. This is what's going on. And then I didn't get a response back. So I'm like, oh, well, I maybe hurt somebody's feelings. And I apologize.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a picture of you. And so, so now I know it's not. So let's let the jokes fly. Let's do it now. I know I'm not going to offend anybody.
So this is a photo, and we'll show it now. This is a photo of a toe.
Yeah.
And this toe has seen some things.
That's
to quote what you said, this is what you text me in response verbatim. It says, you said, I feel like that toe would tell me old war stories about what it was like to be tested on by the government, unquote. So
the Tuskegee experiments. That's what I thought specifically.
The toe's been around.
Yes,
it's been on them streets. It's been used and abused.
I feel like that toe. Oh man, if socks could talk, the stories they would tell about that toe. Yes.
So this toe belongs to a very famous person.
Okay.
You and I are aware of this person. He goes by the name of Chris Pratt.
Oh.
Yep. And he is, famously from Parks and Rec. He's in, more recently Guardians of the Galaxy, Jurassic Park, et cetera, et cetera. Love him to death. And he decided, I think this was maybe, I don't know, it was recent in the last month or so, to post his toe, his janky pinky toe, I think it is, on online. I don't know if it was on Twitter. I don't remember, but he posted it, and it has gone viral. To the point where now recently I was looking at it because I found the story 2 weeks ago, and today I was trying to find it again, and since then it's been, people are like, you need to see a doctor. Yeah. Like you're not okay.
If you're not watching or haven't seen, find a video of this podcast where you can see the toe, because this toe has more fungus than a mushroom pizza. It's bad.
I mean, it makes sense that it would belong to such a fun guy, and so hey. So this is where this went. I'll just read this, and this is you'll see why I picked this, because Chris Pratt, he's the GOAT, and this shows why. It says, so Chris Pratt has been urged to delete a hideous post on Instagram. It was on Instagram. He shared this photo of his foot zoning on his crusty toenail. He captioned the image, Met Gala, look. So if you don't know what the Met Gala is, it's this fancy event where famous people dress up and they basically make a statement with the things that they're wearing. One of the Kardashians, I think, one year wore like a lion's head on the side of her or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Stuff that you and I probably will never be invited to.
Yeah. I mean, if this podcast blows up, maybe.
We're about it.
I'm about it, and I will.
Burn any bridges.
I think I saw Jared Leto in a cat costume.
Yeah.
A legit, like, he's got a cat head and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that. I would 100% dress up like a bear.
Yes. So the Met Gala.
Yep.
He said he captioned it Met Gala look, referencing the star-studded event that occurred in New York City. So Pratt then proceeded to Photoshop, and this is where it gets good. He Photoshopped his crusty toenail over the faces of some celebrities who attended the Met Gala. And so at this point, that toe picture is over your face now. And there we go for the remainder of this story. So Met Gala, including Doja Cat, whom he nicknamed Toja Cat. Rihanna, yes. he nicknamed Ritoto. And Jared Leto, or in Pratt's words, Jared Leto.
Oh, nice. Well, here's the thing is I know that my name was down here before with my Instagram handle. Well, now we can change it to Topher. Christopher. Now it's Topher. Here you go. This is me, Topher.
He also photoshopped his toenail onto the face of Dua Lipa, calling her Toe Lipa. Some of the followers were disgusted by the image, with one person writing, "Chris Pratt's toenail was not what I expected to see when opening Insta, but I sure can unsee it. It's not too late to delete this," another person pointed out. An additional follower writing, the hideousness of that foot will haunt my dreams forever."
And in all fairness, yes, it is not too late to delete that. But in all reality, it is way too late. Once somebody gets a hold of that, there's screenshot and it's over.
Forever.
It's now it is forever. That'll go around to many people, and it'll live on in infamy. Actually, I used to work with a bunch of guys who are children. Where they would, there are these videos called like Bat Toe, and all these other ones where they basically take it's a thumb. I thought it was a toe. It's a thumb.
Okay.
It's like bat thumb and like all these other where there's like a face on the thumb and it talks. Yeah. So they had all those videos and they were like, "You got to watch these. These are hilarious." And I watched them. I mean,
you got dumber.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's 30 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel I feel for people who listen to our podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. That falls in that category. I think back to Chris Pratt. I think he knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. He knew.
Oh yeah.
As soon as this hits, it doesn't matter whether I delete it or not. It's there forever.
Yeah.
And I think though too, I think it just shows the fact that he just does not care. To have that amount of fame and fortune and just bro, I have crusty toes and that's okay. I'm a Marvel hero.
I am an Avenger.
I'm an Avenger.
Yeah. Yeah. I am Star-Lord.
To get to that place in life, that's a new level of a new goal.
Yeah.
Just.
And I don't know if it's him or not, but I heard that there was a story while he was doing Parks and Rec where he tried to gain as much weight as possible. That was his goal, is to just be either it was a skit it was like a line in the show where that's where he was trying to do, or if he actually tried to do it in real life, was to try and get as big as possible.
Yeah.
And so that's who Chris Pratt is.
Yeah.
He's that guy that's going to, from what I've seen, he's the kind of guy that would almost take a joke too far.
Oh, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
And love every second of it.
If you've ever watched bloopers of Parks and Rec, there's a line.
Yes.
He pole vaults over that line.
Yes. There's one in particular that we won't.
I think you can say it. I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's not a podcast.
We'll bleep it out. Is it?
It is 100%. That's the one. Oh my gosh! Our props! Oh no! Oh no! You know what?
Like that
you know what? Let's just leave it.
Yeah.
It's like those worship fails where the trees fall on the guys that are doing worship.
He's trying to drum.
He's still going to town.
Okay.
He's got a piece of ceiling on his head.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay. So, okay.
All right. So Chris Pratt.
And by the way, I think he's from Washington.
Chris Pratt's fat toe. Huh? Yeah.
I think he's from Washington.
Is he for real?
I don't know that. We'll fact check that, but I'm pretty sure he's from the west side.
Who isn't from the west side? Jeez Louise.
Not us.
Not us.
So I don't know if I could do that. Probably should blur that out too.
East side represent. Goodness. We are just off the rails from the get-go.
What did she put in this?
It's lavender. I mean,
lavender.
It's a sensual flower.
Okay. So here we're gonna. So this is we're gonna get churchy. This is Between Sundays podcast after all.
Yeah.
You and I are pastors, like we've established. We're man of God, man of the cloth. We know our Bible front and back, in between, and so forth.
Yep. Sure.
And so you and I both preached in separate churches on Sunday
on Mother's Day.
Holy man of God. Why not?
Yep. I'm one of the most effeminate people here.
We do more than our wives any day. So, dude. Okay. Not.
I will remember you.
So we're gonna talk about some fun church stories. Okay, I looked up a couple. I thought there has to be some things out there because you and I, we've talked about it here. We've experienced some things, and I'm okay to not experience like traumatic or things that are just like, oh my gosh, this just ruins church forever.
Yes.
I'm okay with reading about people experiencing these things.
Yes.
And so we'll start with this one. I found this on inspired21.com.
Ooh, okay.
Just shout out Inspired21.
Yeah.
So it says
subsidiary of Forever 21.
yeah, love that store. So it says recently a large seminar was held for ministers in training. Among the guests were many well-known motivational speakers. One such boldly approached the pulpit and, gathering the entire crowd's attention, said, "The best years of my life were spent in the arms of a woman that wasn't my wife."
Yikes.
The crowd was shocked. He followed up by saying, "And that woman was my mother."
Wow.
The crowd burst into laughter, and he gave his speech, which went over well. I mean, I wish I would have heard about. I would have used that yesterday on Sunday.
Yeah, I would have as well.
That's a classic. I mean,
I think it's great.
Gold, right?
Yeah.
So this is where it gets good. About a week later, one of the assistant ministers who had attended the seminar decided to use the joke in what was his first sermon to the congregation.
Oh, no.
As he shyly approached the pulpit one Sunday, he tried to rehearse the joke in his head. He was notably very nervous, and getting to the microphone, he said loudly, "The greatest years of my life were spent in the arms of another woman that was not my wife." His congregation sat shocked. After standing there for almost 10 seconds, the pastor finally blurted out, "And I can't remember who she was."
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I woke up next with an empty bank account.
Dude, sermon blunder, take the L, bro.
Oh, I love a good sermon blunder like that. They are. And I've talked to our pastor about him, and my lead pastor, and he says if you're in ministry long enough, it will happen to you.
It's impossible for it not to.
Yeah, and man,
it's like if you were driving, if you are a NASCAR driver and all you did was drive on that track, eventually you're gonna do something.
Yeah,
you're gonna hit a wall. You're gonna get a flat tire. Something's gonna happen.
yeah.
So.
Does
one come to mind? Yep. Do you have any?
I do. Yeah, one that I've done or that I've heard.
Either or.
I haven't preached enough to. Oh man. Well, my wife was just talking about this one. She was just talking about this one. Is that she was talking to our students about something about a mother, right? She was talking about a mother, and she was like, I deal with a mother all the time, and she was talking about me, and I just sat there like, oh my gosh, this just happened. I don't know what to do. This is my wife. And the kids, our students, lost it.
Wait, she said the word?
She said she dropped she dropped one. She dropped it, just went ahead and just let it rip. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, and she stopped too. I was like, oh my gosh. Another one was somebody else. I actually saw the video online where the pastor is talking about pitching tents.
Yep. Classic.
Pitching tents. And I have to say it slow because I will say what he said.
Oh my god.
And the congregation did not disappoint. They saw the assignment and they were ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest ones.
I could watch that. Sometimes I just watch that one to laugh because you just know as a communicator, like it's so hard, especially with young people to like once you're off, it's a very like thin line to like try to get it back, and you could tell he's trying. He's like grasping,
okay,
and he's like, stop laughing, and then he was like, I'm done. I can't. There's no way.
Yeah.
Since we're out here exposing our wives, I have one similar. So So my wife, I was at a larger church down in California, and we would I was teaching this class to young people on communication, and I had the opportunity to bring some people in. So one of them was like, I'm going to bring my wife in. My wife is a good communicator. We pride ourselves on being healthy communicators and all this stuff. So she comes in, and at the time she worked at a group home. Okay, she worked at a group home with rough kids that were just a mess, right? And God bless them, God bless her, because it was a rough spot for her to be in. And she had this moment happen at the group home where these kids, she was driving them to school in this van, and they were not listening. And if you know my wife's, very sweet, very kind of timid voice, like she's, soft voice, until she's not. And so in the story, she yells, she's driving along, and these kids aren't calming down, and they're not listening. So she turns around and yells at them, and just decides, I'm going to speak their language. And she says, "Everybody shut the up."
Oh.
And she told that story, but did not censor herself.
Oh, no.
To a bunch of you
Oh,
kids.
no.
And again, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this happened.
Yeah. And you just sit there as somebody who should support their wife, and you're like, I don't know what to do now.
So it all worked out. I don't think we got any emails or anything like that. And it's obviously nothing the kids haven't heard, but you just don't expect it to hear.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yes. One last one, then we can continue.
Yeah.
So we were in kids' church, right? We were at a larger church, and this family showed up late. And so we're trying to get them all signed in and everything, all ready to go. And this little boy, he's wearing a Miami Dolphins hat, right? And it's like right in the middle of football season. And so, of course, me being a football fan, we were sitting there, and I was like, oh, it's a cool Dolphins hat. And so my wife goes, oh, buddy, are you a fan of the Dolphins? And he looks at her, and he looks at his mom or his aunt or whatever she was, and he looks at her, looks back at my wife, he goes, no, F the Dolphins. And my wife and I just started laughing so hard. We were, oh my gosh, we lost it. And the lady was just beside herself, embarrassed. And so that was pretty cool. That was pretty funny. And then we're like, all right, bud, well, have fun in class.
Welcome to church. I agree with him, though. I agree with him.
I'm not opposed to that either.
Okay. All right, moving on. So this one's from churchleaders.com. She didn't know it was a site, but it is. It says this: I was directing the men's chorus, and one of the deacons was right in the mic. We got to his favorite part of the song. He took in a deep breath, and when he belted out praise, his dentures hit the microphone, and there was a loud thump. I lost it.
Oh, no. Dentures are good. Dentures are a good one, too.
That we were playing a game. We went to a leaders retreat at our old church, and we're playing this game, and you know that one where you put the thing in your mouth?
Yeah.
And you gotta say the words, and it's hard because your mouth is wide open. And there was an older couple there on our leadership team, and they didn't want to play. Yeah. And we were just like, oh, you guys should play. And they didn't want to play, and we're like, okay, whatever. And then finally we're like, you guys should play. So we kind of force them to play. Yeah. Well, then we soon found out why they didn't want to play, because my man had dentures. We didn't know this. He has this thing in his mouth, and he's trying to say this word, and bro, out they pop on the floor, and we all just lose it, and felt so bad at the same time. Man.
Yeah, he's in there double talking, his teeth are chattering.
So, all right, next one. So this one is, I went to my grandmother's church on Christmas a couple years ago. They had a temporary pastor who preached a Christmas sermon cussing out the members about how he knew someone in the church was trying to kill him by loosening the lug nuts on his car, and God don't like ugly.
Wow. Holy moly. Oh, man, I wish I was in that congregation. That'd be fantastic.
More people would come to church if it was like that.
Yeah, just to sit there and enjoy, get your popcorn. Here it goes.
All right, I have one more. So it says, I saw a woman get slain in the spirit, and if you know, you know.
Word.
And lay there the whole service, only for us to find out later she'd had a heart attack and had been dead the whole time.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. How do you recover from that?
You don't. You shut the doors and you never open again because, dude, you do not want to. There's many things you want to be known for as a church. letting old grandma die in the front row because you mistook her. Like, there's a thing called discernment.
Oh
And at
my
that point, you
gosh.
proved nobody
Yeah.
in here has discernment. If Grammy is down there just cold
just cold.
by the
Like,
end of
oh,
service.
hey, you didn't put the blanket on her right. You gotta get her a real. She old. They get her a real blanket.
Ugh, Lord.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Nana, not Nana.
there was another video. My wife frequently sends me TikToks, and there was a one video in there where, and it's the reason why, as a pastor, you learn that you hold the microphone for people giving a
I
testimony.
already know where you're going.
And this lady was just, I think she was, it sounds like she showed up to church drunk and somehow ended up getting up there to tell a testimony. And she is talking about how she would come home drunk from school all the time, and she would be forced to be with men, and she was a prostitute, and she was, and boy, oh boy, did she
Testify.
she got just very descriptive with things. And so then the pastor goes, whoop, here you go. And then oh man, and then I don't know if it was the worship leader or what, but she was like, oh sister, we'd be praying for you. I was like right now, you need to
baptize her right now.
There's some demons. Yeah, there's another one too, real quick. Another guy, he was like, so why are you getting baptized today? He's like, oh no, because I was a piece of. He just says it right out there. He's just because I was a piece of boop.
This is the thing. See, people,
Yeah,
all they see is Hillsong and Elevation and Bethel and all these
and just
churches.
beautiful services.
They don't understand, like, there are real things that happen out there at churches.
Yeah,
And
every Sunday.
Every Sunday, there are real moments that happen. Praise the Lord, man.
Yeah,
I'm here for it, though.
Oh my gosh, yeah, being up in front of imperfect people it's a treat. That's it. That's the least. That's really what I can say. I mean, there's actually now that we had during COVID, we were outside having a deal, and some guy literally showed up late, sat like in the front row because those are the only seats that are left available.
Yeah.
If you didn't show up on time, the back row's already taken. And so he shows up, and I'm in the middle of like an amazing point, right? I'm preaching, and I'm like, oh, and the Lord in here, and this guy goes, straight up yawns in my face.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
like, bruh, really? This is what we're going to do today? This is how you woke up today and chose violence? I'm about to jump off the stage. But, yeah, that was fun.
Dude, I some people get too comfortable in church. I've been in church recently, probably in the last year. We have a smaller church, and so sound carries, and I'm up there preaching my heart out, and I hear this little tick sound, and I hear it again, and I'm preaching, mind you, and I hear it again, and I come to realize somebody's clipping their fingernails right now. This is when you decided to do this.
Yeah, I'm bored.
In God's house.
I got something to do.
So
I got that. I got to take care of that Pratt toe.
Yeah. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
So I have one last story in this. This is a personal one. Well, and then if you have anything, let me know. But it's so I used to do the video announcements for my church. This has been like 12 years ago. And me and my buddy, he was a youth pastor at the time. We would come up with these ideas together. And the idea was this, is that in the announcements, I'm going to, he's going to want to like tell the announcements, but I'm not going to want him to. And he's going to show up wherever I go. So I'd go into one room and he'd be in there. I'd open a closet. He'd be in the closet. I'd open the fridge. He'd be in the fridge, the whole thing. It was a great idea. Like good idea.
I like it.
Okay. So where it went a little bit south, and again, I'm all of 25, 26, and so I think, this is a great idea. And is we decided that we were going to announce the best way that we were going to announce the chili cook-off. Okay, you know you go to a small church when you have chili
when you get
cook-offs.
chili cook-off.
That's small church vibes for sure, and potato feeds.
Oh yeah, spaghetti feeds, all them things.
And so so we're gonna announce the chili cook-off by me opening the stall to the bathroom and him being in the bathroom.
Oh no!
Right. So if you can envision, you just see me and you see me open the door.
Yeah.
You can't see him, but we allude to the fact that he's in there because he's talking to me. And while he's talking to me, he's also grunting. So to take it up a notch more, while I was editing, I threw in a little bit of sprinkled in a little bit of fart noises. And while I'm editing it, I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard. I think this is the funniest thing. Like freaking, like I don't even know. Some comedian's gonna call me and I'm gonna get some. Like I'm just like, dude, this is amazing. Yeah. What I don't take into consideration is this: I'm editing this thing for a church, for one. So that was the thing that I missed up. This wasn't the youth group. This was Sunday church. 2 was that I was editing and listening to this thing in my headphones, hearing it in that capacity, not over a thousands of dollars worth of speakers that are going to amplify flatulence. So let's paint the picture. Sunday morning comes, and I'm, also, so this is another side note that this is important to the story. In this season of our church, we would do everything up front. So we would do tithing, we would do announcements. Everything was right off the top because we just wanted to get it out of the way. That way we can go on with our service, just in case God showed up.
Yeah,
and we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In theory, great
Let's
idea.
Do it. Yeah.
Except when you have your 25, 26-year-old junior high pastor doing the announcements, and we show this video with 30 seconds of fart noises, and then it ends, and then you just have keys now. All right, guys, let's get into worship.
That was the last one.
I think there were more. But it doesn't matter. At that point, that's all you know. And dude, when I tell you, I've never experienced the term quenching the spirit more in my life than that moment, because God was like, I'm out. Nobody knew what.
Listen, I'm not gonna be here today.
Yeah.
I don't feel good anymore.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. All right, I'm gonna head out. Yeah, no, here's the thing. The child inside of me loves that 100%, and I want nothing more than to watch that video and to be a part of those announcements because I think that would be hilarious. But I do fully understand.
Yeah,
I see how that can detour people from wanting to, hey, here's the thing. Let's just allude to it now. I mean, we're getting rid of demons right now. We're casting out demons. Chili cook-off's here to help you get rid of some demons.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man, the things. Well, and that's honestly, that's the church's fault.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna blame you. That you put a child in charge of announcements. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah. So it does haunt me. It follows me. I'm back at that church now.
Yeah,
and
I say we do it again. Let's just do part 2.
I should. Yeah, So church has gone through some things.
Yeah, let's do it. I think we should do it again. I am 100% with you.
Yeah, I don't know where those. I didn't do a good job of filing any of those videos, so I don't even. If I find it, I'll try to send it to you because I know I don't know if that one got uploaded, to be honest. So maybe it's somewhere. Maybe so.
Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go and delete this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You got home that day from church, and you're like, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of all evidence.
Yeah.
Let's just do a normal one. The next week's chili cook-off slide is just literally a slide. Just chili cook-off. And then it fades to black.
Yep. Pastor just took it over and just made it on friggin' whatever PowerPoint.
with clip art.
Yeah. It's weird transitions. Every transition's a star.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyways, that's all I got, man. I think we did
that
it.
Was
church vibes.
That was fun. I do enjoy look, I love making fun of church. It's great.
Church is too serious sometimes.
It really is. And so it's really fun to just sit back and be like, man, that is dumb.
Yeah. I agree.
But it's okay. I'm here for it. I love it. I love church. I love church we go to. I love everything about it. I love that God has a sense of humor, because if he didn't, he wouldn't put us in charge of certain things.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
But yeah, no, man. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all those fun things. We're putting out some shorts here and there. Keep an eye out. But yeah, no, man. This is always fun.
Yeah,
it's always a fun time to get together.
It is. Share the pod. Go on, if you're listening on like Spotify or iTunes or whatever. Like, go on to YouTube and just comment some stuff, and let's get the conversation going. We are very active. If people would comment. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
What he said.
So if you comment, we'll respond.
Yeah.
Because I get notifications all the time.
And if you
listen, I'm here for the good and the bad.
Yep.
And the ugly.
We want all the smoke.
I want all of it. Let's do it. If you could say that guy does not look like Santa Claus, he just looks like a fat teddy bear, I'm in. Let's do it. I will interact with you and say absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I say go say nice things about Chris. That's the things that you should do.
Oh, yeah. No, please say good things.
Because obviously he's not getting enough affirmation. And so let's just.
It's my co-host, honestly. That's where we're at here.
All right.
But yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do that again. Our sponsor. Between Sundays clothing, go check it out.
That's why you got a toe head right now.
That's why I got a toe head. I'll still, hey, listen, man, hey, man, I tell you what, if you go here, Between Sundays clothing, and you say the toe sent me, I'll give you 10% off.
Hey, let's do it.
The toe sent me. Let's do it. Comment the toe sent me. I will send you a 10% off coupon.
All right.
All right.
We're out.
Later.
Peace.